What's up, guys? Kayak Mike here. We're going to be going over the King Cat National Kayak Trail, stop number 5 at Sandusky Bay. That's on June 9th, 2024. This will be a one-stop shop video for everything you need to know. If this is going to be your first event, we'll go over everything. If you're a vet, there are going to be some good reminders in here. So first things first, the app we use is called Fishing Chaos. I'm on my computer. Don't do this on your computer. Do this on your phone. I'm just showing you everything on my computer. Everything looks identical. After you make your profile, after you download the Fishing Chaos app, go to Trail Club, search online catfishing tournaments. Once you're here, there'll be a join button down here if you're not already a member. You must be a 2024 paid member to enter these events. Get your annual $20 membership. That covers every event, whether you want to fish this one only this year or you want to fish 30 other events that I host. You pay one time for your annual membership and you're good to go. Then you go to tournaments. You find the King Cat National Kayak Trail. You go to Sandusky, and then you click on the register button. It'll ask you for your credit card information. Everything is self-explanatory at that point in time. We're going to go over some of the criteria and information on this tournament now. The kayak must be registered kayak. This is a kayak-only event. The manufacturer must be, or the vessel you're in must be manufactured as a kayak. The lines in on Sunday, June 9th is 7 a.m. Lines out is 3 p.m. The check-in and check-out location is Clemens Boat Ramp. Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. we're going to be checking in at Clemens Boat Ramp. You must bring your muskie bumper to there. Only muskie bumpers are legal. OCT 10 should get you 10% off a muskie bumper at muskiebumper.com or fishbumper.com. I'm actually going to go to that website here real quick. Muskiebumper.com will automatically take you to fishbumper.com. Go to Muskie. When you get, I would suggest getting the Fat Boy if you plan on doing more than just one event. You can get any of them are legal. Any Muskie bumper that they make is legal. I just suggest getting the Fat Boy. But let's say I'll just go here. You want to get the left-handed orientation. This one right here, this is the left-handed orientation. The numbers will be on the left. The back of the fish will be touching this back wall. So if you're brand new and you're ordering one, hit them up. If you're going to be ordering one between now and today's the 31st of May, between now and tournament time, hit Kayak Mike up on Facebook Messenger, and I will message their owner and ask them to do some kind of rush request for you if possible. So that's the Muskie Bumper, or that's the only board that's legal. It's called the Muskie Bumper and code OCT10 for 10% off. Um, we're going to be meeting at Clemens Boat Ramp 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday. If for some reason you cannot make that check-in, we will also be there 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. on Sunday morning before the event starts. Clemens Boat Ramp, I believe the address is in here. Let me see here. It might not be in here. All right, sorry about that. Let's go to the Google Maps, and we're going to put Clemens Boat Ramp, Sandusky, Ohio. So Sandusky, Ohio, this is Clemens Boat Ramp. It's the very first one that comes up. There's plenty of parking all throughout right here, guys. Last year we met up around here because it was shady, but this is where we're going to be meeting up after the event. You don't have to launch from here. We're going to go over the boundaries now. As far as launching, I don't care where you launch as long as you are fishing in legal waters. What is legal waters? Anything navigable from the main body of water that is west of Cedar Point Road, not Cedar Point Street or Drive. This is Cedar Point Drive. Anything west of Cedar Point Road, so this is where it cuts off, all the way up to the tip of Cedar Point, and then just make a straight line from here to here. You got to be west of all of that. So make a straight line from here to here, be west of Cedar Point Road, and then everything west of this is legal fishing, as long as it's navigable. As long as you can get here without having to get out of your kayak and you can turn around, this is perfectly fine to fish if you really want to. I don't really know anyone who fishes these back marshy areas, but they're technically all legal as long as you can get there navigably. What does navigably mean for us? You can get there from the main body of water without getting out of your kayak via paddling. You can do a full turnaround via paddling without getting out of your kayak, and you can exit that body of water without getting out of your kayak via paddling. That's what navigable means. So as far as you can get into these, little back creeks are legal as long as you can get from here to that spot navigably. Now, if I see a GPS point back here, it's purely my discretion. If I want to, I will go and I will try to get there from here with my kayak, you know, if I have to. I really don't think anyone's going to be fishing back here. No one really does. I'm not saying it's bad fishing. I just don't know anyone who does. I have to make it clear what the boundaries are. So now that you know the boundaries, let's go over measuring the fish. You're mainly going to be catching channel cats. All channel cats and blues must be right side down, left side up. Whatever identifier I give you must be in the photo. You must have it bumped here, clearly bumped. And it's whatever the furthest point is touching the measuring surface. That's what you get credit for. So check this out. This tail right here, let's say hypothetically this tail was leaning off the board up here. He wouldn't get credit for 38 inches because what's touching the measuring surface is 37. You only get credit for whatever is touching the measuring surface. This fish is perfectly measured. It's bumped. It's right side up, left side down, and he scored it at what, 37? 37. Perfect submission. He has that identifier in the photo. The identifier you get for this, I will be handing to you at check-in. You will not be making your own identifier for this. I will be handing you your identifier at check-in for this. In the event you catch a flathead, this is how you measure flatheads. They're allowed to be on their bellies. They have an underbite, so there's always going to be a little air here. I have to use my judgment. I am very confident that this fish is bumped and he's not getting away with an extra eighth inch. You push them as far as, no, I'm sorry, not push them. You lay them on their belly, and the furthest touching the measuring surface is what gets scored. Flatheads can be a little tricky. This part of the tail is not touching the measuring surface. So let's say this part of the tail made it seem like it was 41 inches. He wouldn't get credit for that. He would only get credit for what is clearly touching the measuring surface. So he 39.75. He submitted that says 39.75. Perfect submission. Identifiers in the photo. Everything's good to go. For kayak guys, remember, this is a kayak event. The kayak must be in the photo. An identifiable piece of the kayak must be in the photo. So my suggestion, even if you bank fish, you're allowed to bank fish as long as you obtain your bank fishing location with your kayak. Let's say that winds get up. It is Sandusky. Winds can get up. It can storms can happen. Let's say you got a bank fish. The kayak must remain in the rod holder. When you land the fish, the kayak must remain in sight of you. And when you measure the fish, my suggestion, put them inside of the kayak. Don't measure them on the ground next to the kayak because if a painstakingly identifiable piece of your kayak is not in that, if it's just the side of your kayak that doesn't have a logo, a sticker, something, I'm DQing it. It must be clearly your kayak in the photo. So my suggestion, just measure them how you normally would, even if you're bank fishing. Put the board in your kayak, measure them like this. And let's go back. Is there anything else special? I don't think there is. My suggestion for all the national guys, always delete and reinstall the app before these big events. That'll help guarantee that your GPS and timestamps hit. And yeah, it's your best 5 fish. Any questions? Hit Kayak Mike up.